Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a Let's Chit Chat video for today, this one's going to be doing another video for this week. We're going to be going over some of the content y'all going to expect coming up on the channel this week. We're going to be going over some TV show reviews, game reviews, different things like that y'all can expect coming up this week on the channel. So, hope you guys have had a fantastic week. We've had a lot of content going on this week on the channel. We've had The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, we've had Gen V, we've had Peacemaker, we've had Ghost of Tsushima review on the channel. I finally got that one out to y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. And we've had a lot of other reviews on the channel as well, too. Lots of discussion videos. I did some Dexter stuff, some Game of Thrones stuff. There's some Game of Thrones announcements that happened this week as well for some shows coming up in 2026. And there's overall been a lot of discussion videos going on. So I hope you guys have enjoyed all that stuff. Lots of video discussions that have happened this week and lots of stuff. I've had a lot of people say, they're like, Dan, I can hardly keep up. You've been releasing so many videos. I'm like, yeah, I know. The grind doesn't stop. There's so many things we cover on the channel that when there's news that comes out for it, I just cover it as quickly as I possibly can, at least. ASAP, you know what I mean? So yeah, I try to keep up with it, you know what I mean? Sometimes I can't get to it every single day, but, you know, I try my best to keep up with the news as constantly as I can because, obviously, there's a lot of, you know, things we do review on the channel, and I like to update on all those things, right? So, in terms of what is coming up this week for the channel, in terms of what you guys can expect, there's a lot of things happening. Lots and lots of things happening, and there is something I do want to also kind of address as well too, so we'll get into that in a second. But in terms of what you guys can expect in terms of reviews this week, this is what you can expect. First off, starting off tonight, we have The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3, Episode 4. I really don't want to watch this, but I'm gonna watch it. So, you know, because I'm a loyal fan, man. I'm loyal, so I'm gonna watch it, hoping it's good. You know what I mean? I have not liked this season at all, so I'm finding it very tough to watch it every week. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna watch it, and we'll review it tomorrow. Hopefully, it's better than the last 3 episodes. Hopefully, this one's good. Looks like there's some action in this one. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, it's something of substance, although again, like, you know, I've mentioned this before, if the action's good but the story isn't, then it's still not good. So, the story has to be there, you know what I mean? The story has to have some kind of impact for it, for me to be able to get invested in it. So we'll see what ends up happening. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is very much a, it's kind of a burden right now to me, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm hoping it gets a little bit better, because it's The Walking Dead, for crying out loud. So, yeah. Daryl Dixon, review and thoughts on all that stuff tomorrow. Definitely stay tuned for that, and I'll be giving my thoughts on Daryl Dixon Episode 4. And again, hoping it's good, man. I'm hoping it's good so that I don't have to suffer, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the idea there. So tomorrow we'll review Daryl Dixon Episode 4, and we'll predict Episode 5. As per usual. Now, in terms of other shows, more exciting shows coming up on the channel this week, we have another episode of Gen V, Episode 5, this Wednesday, of course, which we'll be reviewing. Looks like a really good episode. Very, very excited for that one. You got, like, the prison stuff going on and everything, so should be an exciting episode. And then on Friday, we have the penultimate episode of Peacemaker, which I'm dying to see. I'm not going to lie. I'm very excited to see that episode and everything they have going on in that one. I mean, the multiverse stuff has really just come to an absolute madness point, you know what I'm saying? And they really left us on a big cliffhanger there at the end of episode 6. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing where that one goes next. Peacemaker on Friday. So we got Daryl Dixon tomorrow, Gen V on Wednesday, and Peacemaker on Friday. And I've had a lot of people that have been asking me, Dan, is there any other show that you would be maybe willing to review in that time? Well, I actually made a post on the channel a few days ago, and I let some of y'all know. We will be starting a new series in October. So it's coming up. I just want to let Peacemaker kind of end their final 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Then I'm going to find a show to put a slot in there for, because I know a lot of you guys do enjoy the show reviews that we do on the channel, where we review either an old show or something, and we do seasonal reviews for stuff. I did that for Dexter. I did that for Prison Break earlier this year. Yes, we're gonna bring in another one, and I think I know what show I'm gonna do. But there's a few things I got to do before that, and this is actually what I wanted to acknowledge. I have 4 reviews that have to get done before I start the new show on the channel. And what that is, and I've heard some people asking me about this over the last few weeks, and I've obviously, I've answered it briefly, but I'll answer it a bit more properly. A lot of people have been saying, Dan, where are the lost reviews? Where is the lost reviews? And, well, the simple answer for that is, guys, I'm going to be honest, it's lack of motivation, and lack of time. However, lack of time is really only a tiny little part of it, really. I could make time for it, honestly. I just choose not to. And I'm going to be honest, it's the direction of how just weird the show goes later on. Again, those who know where the show goes later on, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. The show kind of starts to get a little bit on the goofy side. It starts to get a little bit on the, like, what are we doing, fantasy type of stuff, and it's very odd. However, I am going to cap it off. I'm doing seasonal reviews for seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there will be 4 more reviews for Lost. It's just lack of motivation. So what I'm doing, at least, and this is kind of my idea with it, is once Peacemaker's done, I'm using that slot and I'm going to complete the Lost reviews. I'm just going to get her done. I'm going to get them done, and that'll be that. You know what's funny? The early seasons of Lost, I really enjoyed. That's why you saw me reviewing them like I was. When you see where some of the later seasons go, it's tough to actually push yourself to review it, but I started it, and I finished what I started, so I will do those last 4 seasonal reviews like I promised I would do. I am still covering the rest of those seasons. It's just the matter of getting them done. That is simply what it is, but again, obviously, I'm going to make sure that my schedule's a little bit more clear with Peacemaker being done first, all that stuff, just a few of the other shows finishing first, then we'll do those 4 final reviews for Lost, and we'll cap that off. After that, then I'm going to be starting a new series on the channel. And like I said, I think I know what series I'm going to be reviewing. You guys have been asking me to review this show constantly. I've seen things about it everywhere. And honestly, it's time that I see it. And it's not even a long show. Like, I could get it done pretty quickly. So, I'm going to be doing that on the channel as well, too. Once we free up that slot after Peacemaker and after, some of these shows kind of clear up. You know what I mean? Because right now, I am more than covered in terms of review content. I've got Daryl Dixon every weekend, I've got middle of the week Gen V, and I've got Peacemaker at the end of every week. So that is good enough for me. That's a perfect amount of reviews because I don't want to crowd it with reviews. I like to still do the discussion videos and the Q&A videos and that type of stuff. So 3 reviews a week in addition to the other content is good right now for me, for the airing shows at least. And then once these kind of come off the air, you can expect the Lost reviews to cap off and then the new show to come in. So that's kind of the idea. That's the scoop for that. Now, in terms of those reviews, that's kind of that. Of course, we'll do another Daryl Dixon Q&A video this week. We'll do more discussion videos if there's more news on Dead City. If there's more news on Dexter, we'll cover that as well, too. And, yeah, that's kind of the plan in terms of videos this week. And then, obviously, Ghost of Yotei, but we won't be reviewing that this week. We might do, like, a first impressions on it or something, but that'll be, like, the most you'll see. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the idea there. That's all the reviews. That's all the content for this week. Now, in terms of the other things, obviously my TV shows, I had to slightly push Fly By Night off a little bit, so my apologies for that. That will be coming up this week. I'm not sure what day yet, but I will let you guys know as the week goes on. Fly By Night is coming back here real soon with the rest of Season 1, and I've made it very clear that these episodes will go by very, very quickly in terms of the way they're released and in terms of the way that everything's getting, put out. So, that is the idea for Fly By Night. Very excited for y'all to see 1B. It's a really crazy half that takes what we did in the first half of Season 1, and it just, if anything, it solidifies it. You know what I'm saying? It just capitalizes on what you've seen before, and it takes us into a crazy, crazy conclusion to the season. So that's kind of the idea there. And then obviously we're like a month or so away from, the return of World Gone Mad, like a little over a month. So World Gone Mad is back pretty soon, and I did want to share a exclusive image right here. This is an exclusive, little poster of our man, our favorite, Dave Miller. There's Dave Miller, of course, in the city of Ziltramite, which I'm very, very excited to show that off as well, too. What the hell is Dave going to do? I mean, last we saw him, he recognized someone, so we'll have to see. Who the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell is he, who the hell is he talking to, right? We'll have to see. We're getting close to finally finding out. So, that's all I'll say. But yeah, Dave, big character this season, as per usual. He's a big, big character. We're testing Dave a little bit differently than usual, though. This is a very different Dave you're going to see this season. Very different version of his character with a lot of different things that you've never really seen him have to face. And as per usual, Dave, I mean, the thing about him is he's a tragic, tragic character. So I mean, you know, the tragedy comes with him, you know what I mean? And but a lot of other things we do with him this season that I don't think people are going to be expecting either. So, yeah, there's a promotional image for Dave Miller for Season 5 of World Gone Mad. Obviously, the main image is of Haley at the front. I'm sure you guys can probably tell. The posters have a very similar style to them. They're all with the broken glass, which is kind of something I can kind of solidify as well, too. The broken glass in the images you guys have been seeing is a metaphor for our characters are broken in a very, very light and nice and you know, decorative and thriving place. Even though they're in a thriving place this season, they themselves are broken, and they are either broken or they are breaking, like the glass is on the the poster. That's kind of the way I could solidify it, if you guys are wondering. That's kind of the idea of the promotional art that I was doing this season. That was kind of the concept I had with it, is that our characters are broken after what they've gone through in Season 4, especially being on the road and Lincoln and everything they've gone through, but they themselves are in a nice, shining place. That's why it's all nice and yellow and nice sun, you know, and everything. But then you look at the characters and they're broken. You know, it's the glass. It's breaking, you know what I mean? And let's hope it doesn't shatter, right? That's the thing. That's kind of the way I could promote the key art for this first half of the season. Is like, they're broken getting there, but the thing is, you know, let's hope they don't shatter in this place, right? And what does that mean for Ziltramite? That's kind of the idea. It's kind of the idea for the promotion element of the poster, if you're curious on that. So, Halloween night, we're back with the first episode. I've had some screeners for it already. There's been a lot of people that have seen the episode, and I've had nothing but positive reception for it. So, honestly, I'm excited to bring it to y'all as well, too. I'm very, very excited. But anyway, that is World Gone Mad, back in a month, fly-by-night later this week. And, well, in terms of reviews, we got Daryl Dixon, we've got Gen V, we've got Peacemaker. Lost will be coming back soon. I'm going to be capping that off, and there is a new show I'm looking to review next month. So, that's the idea there. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe on to miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight. Seen every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.